Hi, it's Stormy with Flora's Garden. I'm going to do a little New Year's update. It's Friday, January 6th. It's my rest day from working out, so I'm going to do some garden update here. This is the front of the house. We are ripping out this bed up here and going to be planting out all sorts of stuff, and hopefully here in the front yard we're going to be trading in this grass for some raised beds and grow some vegetables and maybe some fruit trees. We'll see. This is a little planting station I was working at here this morning when it was a chilly 30 degrees out and everything was frozen. I got some strawberry roots into some soil just to get a little jump start. To transplant them into a new border we're going to be putting into the main veggie patch. Here's a little beet bed. It's pretty much the only thing that was left here from what we started in fall. We had a real big problem with harlequin bugs, and they just destroyed everything except the beets, and so that's what's left here. And there's quite a bit in there. They're good sized roots, and the greens are really good. I've been throwing them in my smoothies. The hugel mound we've cleared out. Actually, on the other side we have a bit of a problem with Bermuda grass. It's just my least favorite thing that I've had to deal with in the garden, even more so than any insect or pest. You see here on the right, we have just a few kale plants that survived aphids and harlequin bugs, and I'm going to be transplanting those, hopefully into their own bed, and getting them covered, because they will get, what are they, the white butterflies, the cabbage butterfly. Oh, this is awful. A shot of the compost pile. It doesn't look like much, but I plan on getting the rest of the leaves in the yard raked up, hopefully. Woo. Let's try to do it today. If not, then I'm going to have to do it tomorrow. But I have big plans on growing a huge watermelon here on top of the pile. I got a Carolina cross, and the pumpkins can get up to 200 pounds. And if that's the case, I'm making watermelon wine. It'll be delicious, and you're invited. You see here, we have finally put the golden raspberry into the ground. This should be just enough sun, just enough shade. It's been doing really well since the fall. Pretty excited about it. I just brought over this trellis to grow it up against something so it doesn't get too crazy and out of hand. And you can see here our row of fruit trees, and on this side you see we have new raised beds. The one furthest from us is filled with 100% compost that we made here in the garden. We sifted hundreds of grubs out of it. It was just disgusting. But we're going to try and keep the raised beds there, kind of make it like a informal kind of border, like the kids don't go past here and play with the fruit trees, as you see my daughter is doing now. This is the furthest bed. This has some peas and some radishes growing there in the middle. You see here along the border, this is more of our perennial bed right here. The perpetual spinach is doing really well. We have only 6 out of the 75 strawberry roots we planted out last year have made it. We have, 3 or 4 parsley plants. There's oregano, sage, and garlic growing. Back here along the fence, we have more perennials. Right here, there's the trench of Jerusalem artichokes. We grew those last year and saved the best tubers and planted them out again. They were really good. We got just a couple of meals out of the harvest we had, but they're good enough that we wanted to save the best ones and grow more. And here you can see, let me just point over, our artichokes. Last year we had 2 plants. One has multiplied and is 3. And the other one multiplied in is 2. So we now have 5 artichoke plants. So we are going to be swimming in artichokes this year. You see this little patch here. We still have the curry plant here, which I'm hoping to get a nice haircut to soon. Ow, the asparagus are growing right in here, and a bunch of dead peppers right there. Here's a shot of what's going on in the greenhouse. We have some peppers that I seeded in the fall. They're not doing very well. There's a few tomatoes. I took cuttings from, I think it was the Japanese black trifle last year. Also don't seem to be doing well, but if they make it, then that's fine. If they don't, then that's fine. I got more seeds. Right here I found a piece of the golden raspberry had put down roots, so I put it in a pot, and it is thriving here in the greenhouse. And you see I bought some fruit trees here. Let's see, there's 2 different kinds of pomegranates. There's a goji berry, there's a fig tree, and a kiwi. And the kiwi puts out both male and female flowers, so I don't need more than one plant, and I'm really just high hopes for that one this year. Over here. Those are the 2 best eggplants that were in the garden last year. I potted them up, and they seem to be doing pretty good. One better than the other, but I really don't need much more than that. They produced enough eggplant just between the 2 of them for how many meals I wanted with eggplant in them. And you see the black jug here is filled with water, and it warms up during the day and keeps the greenhouse hot enough at night, and so we haven't had too many issues with frost in the greenhouse. Yeah, so just a quick shot and update. We have plans to put in raised beds. Hopefully it'll be easier to combat the Bermuda grass. As you can see, it is filled in all through there. It looks like it's brown and dormant, but really it's just thriving. It's like my worst enemy. But stay tuned. I'm going to try to be a little bit more consistent with my videos this year. And, give us a thumbs up and a subscribe, and we will catch you next time. Thanks for checking in.